Well, Matt, may not have been a busy week in terms of action on the pitch competitively, but last week of the transfer window, deadline day on Tuesday was fairly hectic. At the end of the window, are you happy with where we've ended up?
I am actually, yeah, really happy. It's been a really good window for us. A bit of movement early on, and then certainly a bit of movement at the end as well. So, all in all, I'm really pleased where we're sitting coming on the 1st of February and then the closing months of the season. Both of the business that we've done in January, but also where the squad's at, where our form's at, our fitness level, our team spirit, our character. Yeah, everything's pointing in the right direction, and it's always quite nice to get the window out of the way with, and you know you're now settled and can just look forward. You know you're not going to have any further disruptions. So it leads into an exciting few months for us.
And you managed to get the main players that you wanted in before last weekend, so some of them were able to play at Harrogate, and then just on Tuesday, more outgoings than ingoings. But was it as busy as you were expecting?
It probably was actually. When I thought I might have been maybe finished on the Friday there, I said bring in Hisham Casimir in from Farnborough. Just hasn't played much recently. He's just got a little twin, so we're just seeing how he is over the coming couple of weeks, really, just to let him settle down and build up into full-time football before we see him. But delighted to get Matt Dennis and Leanne going, and I think you can see from the impact that they both had coming off the bench at the weekend. And as we've touched on already, David coming off, making his first start for us since coming back. He's had a couple of appearances off the bench, but a real couple of weeks training session that led him into getting his starting shirt again, and he maybe could have had 2 or 3 on the day, and a great performance from him. So and then agreeing to mutually terminate Lewis Ward's contract. I mean, I had to bring another goalkeeper in, which I did in Tyler Dickinson, and someone we've come up against before a year or 2 ago in the FA Cup. And yeah, just a local club, and I thank Gareth Ainsworth for the help he's given us with that one. And then Aaron Pierre was really hard done by in terms of bringing him in because of the Ben Goodliff situation. But Aaron suffered a really bad injury in his first league game for us and couldn't really get fit. So with Ben Goodliff coming back and Kobe Rowe now back, it probably just made sense and for his career that he wanted to go and get some first team football and try and push and stake a claim somewhere else, which was fine. And Toby Ogadenga going out, who we've got high hopes for, and just feel he needs to go and play first team football. He's had a good spell at Kingstonian, and Salisbury come in for him. So he departed on Tuesday, and we'll go and get some value more when it's at first team football.
And talking about the players out on loan, Gary, you went to watch Topi on Tuesday night at Woking, and he got his name on the score sheet for the first time for them.
Yeah, he's had a good start there. We know he's going to get looked after with Gary Johnson and Torquay, and an assist in his first game, a goal in his second. So he's had a great start, and this is exactly what we want, a strong and a good Woking side. And now for him to go and get, I think he played about 80 minutes. We did play 80 minutes because that's when I left as soon as he got subbed. So I know exactly how long he played, and to go and have a strong 80 minutes against that opposition week in, week out at that level is only going to mean he comes back stronger for us. So it's a great exercise for everybody.
I know everybody's settled down. You know where you are, building up to a big game tomorrow against one of the division's top sides. Could go top tomorrow with certain results, but must be an exciting game for everybody to look forward to, and sort of in the first game after the window closes.
Yeah, it was a disappointing night when we played them earlier on in the season for many reasons. Obviously, the result, where we were at the time, probably with the amount of injuries that we had, it was not a Matt Gray or a Sutton United performance overly. A couple of disappointing goals that we conceded that you can't give a good side like that, and with the quality they've got in attacking areas. So it was a disappointing night all round on that front, let alone the nasty, very nasty injury to John Barden, which put everything into perspective really, and all our thoughts turned onto John. And I was obviously up at the hospital after the game, and John's doing great and he's recovering now, and we're really pleased to see. And it's going to be a long road, but he's certainly working hard and improving day by day. But I feel we're a different team, and we're a different opposition now. We're extremely strong at home as well, and they're a really good side with a really experienced manager who's assembled a very good, strong competitive squad, and there's no surprise to me whatsoever of where they're sitting in the league table right now. So we know we're coming up, arguably the best team in the league, and we know we're in for one hell of a game. But I'd like to think they probably feel the same as well, because we're a good side, we've got good players, and we're extremely strong at home. So this all sets up for a really good game tomorrow, and hopefully there's a big crowd. I'm sure there'll be a big away following. I know there'll be a big home following as well. So it all sets up for a really good game. And it seems a while since we've been at home. So we're all excited to get back to Gannett Green Lane and hopefully put on a show and get 3 points.
And going into the last 3 or 4 months of the season, all the sides sort of in the top 4 or 5 places in the league at the moment are still to come to the VBS. So it's exciting times looking towards the end of the season, hoping we can get involved with that as well.
Yeah, of course, with 3 points off the playoffs, or we played a game or two more than some. But I'm not really worried about games in hands and whatever else at this stage. We've just got to keep a good run of form that we're on and keep driving forwards. And I think we've got 10 out of the 18 games are at home. We've played the majority of the top half of the league away from home. So as we know, and as I've said many times, there is no easy game. So it doesn't matter who you're playing. You have to earn every point. And that's no different if you're playing one of the bottom teams or whether you're playing Stevenage, one of the top teams. So we know we've got to be right at it tomorrow, because that is the next game to try and put some more points on the board and just keep us moving in the right direction and see where we are with maybe 10 games to go. And then you really are talking about the business end of the season, and we just hope we're in the mix to really have a good push for that playoffs.
Stevenage have made some changes as well during the window. Do you expect that to change the way they played at all?
I wouldn't expect it to change the way they play. Of course not. Why would they? They're just looking to bring players in to add competition and strength for their second half of the season and their push to try and get promoted. They've picked up a couple of injuries, and that's why they've looked to strengthen. So they brought a good handful in and some good signings again. Steve Evans has always been known for his recruitment and bringing good players to his football clubs, and he's experienced in getting sides promoted and knows how to get football results. So we know exactly what we're coming up against tomorrow. But they've made some good signings to bolster their squad. But as I say, we've done our homework on them. We know what to expect. We know what we're in for. And we look forward to it. We look forward to the challenge and we look forward to the game. But it is about us and concentrating on really continuing that strong home form and the run that we've been going on.
And from our point of view, good battling win at Harrogate last week. Brilliant first half performance. Back to the wall a little bit more in the second. Tomorrow's game, any injuries from the Harrogate game, or any likely changes or additions to the squad?
No. Just Nerve obviously missed out last week, and his ankle injury is not great, so he's going to be out for a fair few weeks. I'd imagine a few weeks. So it's disappointing for Josh. But no, I've got a couple of. We held a Chelsea behind closed doors under 23 friendly in the week. We gave some good minutes to squad players as well. Got Kobe Rowe playing in that. So injury rise, we're not too bad. As I've already mentioned, Casimir just building him up to speed. Adam Lovett's back running on the grass now and out on the pitches and improving his fitness because he's had a layoff. John Barden I've touched on. Matt Ridley's back training, so is Kobe Rowe. So no, we're getting there and we're not in bad shape. And
just highlighting tomorrow what an attractive game it is. Arguably the game of the day in League Two, and we hope it lives up to the expectation. Of course, Stevenage last season was our first ever league win as a club. So always a sort of nice memory of that, and looking to repeat it tomorrow. Hopefully, yeah. As you say, it's the first ever league win for Sutton United, which will go down in history. So yeah, we look forward to the game. That's it's long in the past. That's certainly not going to affect tomorrow's result, but I'll certainly take the same. Brilliant. Well done, Matt. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks very much. Brilliant. Cheers, Dan. Cheers.